You get all your trash talking radio and trash talking. Imagining the way you're talking about when it's all said and done. Pay attention to the trash talking radio. If you don't, this is Axe Demolition. I'll come to your house and kick your stinking door down.
Hey, this is the Queen of Extreme Racing, and when I'm lonely, I listen to Mike Trash from 7 to 10 p.m. on Trash Talking Radio.
It is Trash Talking Radio Tuesday night.
Part 2.
Part 2. This is part 2. And,
it started. Okay.
And we're this Crash City. It sucks when the system crashes. Stop it. It's like going ballistic, you know, you can't stop it. The totals, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You're not going to change anything, right? Okay, so we have finished the totals, and we're going to try to play again. How you doing? And who we got? David
and Daniel Anderson there.
Yeah, that's what I said. Right, I'm reading these from read them all. We're the first time, so we're playing for the computer to decide to start again. Anyway, we're going to go straight into entertainment news because we can. It's fun. It's one of the things that I like. And oh, by the way, the statement about AEW. You guys, I just want to state for the record that is my favorite wrestler. You know why? Because it reminds me of NWA, the old days. It has all the keys of a good promotion. Crap that we watched on WWE. It has old-time angles. It has. I saw Tully Blanchard on one. Now, he wasn't wrestling. He probably is. So it's probably good that he's not wrestling. But show AEW. Awesome. I really enjoyed that. And I'm wondering if we have sound. We have sound. Because some reason it did. There. Okay, good. Anyway, if you want to see some good old-fashioned AEW, Chris Jericho's the champion. Is there? He's
wow.
He's there. Jack Swagger is there. His real name, Jack. I don't know his real name. Looks good. He looks buff. He's in a while. Would know. John Mox. He was part of the. What was his name before? He was Ambrose. Yeah, he's awesome. He's not looked in a long time. He looks. He's into the product. He of what they were doing with him up there that you would know. It was just and Jim Ross is, as far as I'm concerned, the best ever, and he gives you that fear that something important is happening. If there's nothing going on in the ring, just makes you think something's going on. So good. Their women are fresh women. They are
slapped because they're fresh.
They are definitely tough women. They really strongly, if you are into old school wrestling on WWE, hesitant. I really didn't think AEW. I thought, oh, this is going to be an Impact was a joke. It was bad. And I tried to because they just didn't know how to run a promotion is run really well. The audience of last week's show, Diesel and Ramon, Hall and Nash, they were part of the promotion. They were just watching at the show. I just really promote. I'll tell you, I'll get behind them. There isn't too many promotions that I would say they really did a good job. A lot of the talent is ex guys that weren't utilized correctly. There's a lot of guys that that you know, if you're into wrestling, you would like them, and I just really think that they did a good job of putting their product together, and they're filling stadiums. You know, Impact couldn't fill a stadium for their life.
Okay.
They're filling stadiums. They're filling the same stadium. It's working. And Dustin Rhodes and Cody Rhodes. They're both the faces of the promotion.
We met on Saturday.
Oh, Mandy.
She said she's watched wrestling. She was little, watching with her dad when WCW, WWF, and NWO were around.
The stuff that they're doing is closer to NWA, WCW. They're doing some core stuff, but if you get a chance to watch it, I fell in love with it the first just because of Jim Ross. I just really loved it. So enough said about. I just wanted that because I just watched the show start. Well, a couple hours before the show. I wanted to, you know, make sure that I love it. I think it's awesome. A lot of the guys that I worked with are big now, and it's good to see those guys out there. I mean, there's a lot of guys that are probably going to jump ship from WWE when their contracts are up. Now, on the other hand, I want to talk about WWE. They're smart crookies. They when they heard about AEW coming to town and AEW being Wednesday night, they decided they were going to put NXT up against them. Now their thought pattern is this: would you rather watch NXT, which is a WWE product, or some other product? And a lot of people would say, "Oh, I'll watch NXT." I will tell you, NXT is good too, but not nearly as good as AEW. Not nearly. You're not going to see the talent of, well, it's a different product. NXT would be closer to a Ring of Honor than it would be to WWE. And AEW is going to compete. I tell you right now, mark my words, write it down. I am not wrong. I'm saying this on October 15th, 2019. It's going to be they're going to be a head-to-head situation, and they're going to knock them. It's going to take a while. It's going to be like WCW. Right now, WWE is way up here, and if you're listening on the mix, way up here is about 6 foot, and AEW is about 4 foot now.
Okay.
But by the end of I see them closer to 5, and then by the following year, it's right. Who knows? They may overtake them.
Okay.
Just the crap they're putting out to WWE. I'm sorry. You got to always pick and kick on big guy because which I feel they've gotten lazy. Garbage product lately. Good new product.
What channel on? Is it on
TNT.
US? Okay.
Say because that's WWE's territory. It's USA and Fox now. So TNT wrestling product they've had for 20 years.
Okay.
Mark my words. It's a good product, and even though you won't know because they're younger. They are young kids. All guys have amazed me with some of the stuff they do. And Cody actually amazed me. I thought I'd say, oh, Cody.
You busted on.
I loved his dad. His dad was, I looked, but he's acting like a acting, and his brother Dustin is there. But
and they're
yes.
Okay. Well, these are in these ages.
Oh yeah, definitely check. They're just. It's. I don't really. Dustin has times where he said he'd come on the show, so I have a bad taste in my mouth for Dusty or for Dustin.
Dustin.
Done anything to me? I just thought that Cody. He's a great wrestler. He was in the NCAA and all that. He was a real true wrestler. He knows how to wrestle. I never thought that they utilized him. Now we get to and
Okay.
I'll tell you what, he can do. What would you that looked like? It is Shane WO
Yeah.
with Winchester.
Yeah, Wolfies.
No. There's no way that's Wolfies. It is Wolfies.
I told you it's
Holy
Wolfies
crap.
on Saturday.
Wow, I haven't seen him in years. Wow. If I'd known that, I would have called him and see if I don't have his number anymore. Anyway, let's go on to more things. I just wanted to emphasize that I really liked the show. So, notes. My notes are gone.
Uh-oh.
I had a whole lot of entertainment notes. All right.
They
I guess-
died. They died too.
Hold on. We may actually still have them. This up and see if it opens up. I've had this crash. Sucky. Look, Ches. Hey, Ches, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Haven't seen you in probably 5 years.
Yeah, at Wolfies, they're doing a costume contest. I bet you I could go as Mike Trash.
I'd like to go as Wolfman, but I'm not going to shave my head. Anyway, let's see if these notes come up now, because I had some notes in the entertainment area, and I hate to not do them. I think I had notes in the entertainment area. Let's find out. I'm going to tell you right now. Do I have my notes in the entertainment area? Let's see. Hey, Heidi Lee Morgan. Hey. I say it every time she comes into the room. I just love you, Heidi. I really do. I think that she was a woman that I watched wrestle for years before I ever got into business, and I loved watching her. She stood out in my mind as a woman that I would love to meet.
Are you done drooling now?
It's funny because Nigel knows her, and Nigel either. All right. Anyway, been going since I, unfortunately, the system crashed. All right. Disney is the happiest place in the world.
Of
Sometime. Just recently, Disney's new Skyliner cable car. It's a nightmare.
Oh.
How would you like to place on the earth, and then all of a sudden you aren't in the happiest place on earth because your cable car is stuck? And I wouldn't want to be there in that situation, but it happens. But I wonder what they gave for compensation for the people that got stranded. That to me is more interesting than the fact that they got stranded. Did Disney give them free passes? Did they, what did they do to compensate them for being stuck? By the way, I went to Disney yesterday. Not Disney. I went to Chocolate World yesterday. Places change.
Uh-huh.
It's really cool because if you've never been to Chocolate World, it's a fun place to go, and it's fun because of the stupid little ride that they have in there. But that ride is just it changes enough, but they changed the technology of the rides, and it's the ride. You know, they used to have like machines that would do these things chocolate was made. Now they have projectors that project images that are on the wall, and they talk to you. And instead of showing you this machine is at a cut up of the machine, now they project of what the machine looks like on the image. On the inside, you get to see the inside of the machine without the machine opening. Wow. It's really, really cool how they've done that. It's really been modernized pretty neat. So this I guess it was and it caused the issue of stop. So people were stuck in the air, and there was nothing they could do to get out of there. So yeah, I kind of would hate to have that happen. To, you know, you spend enough money on their tickets. You spend I forget what Amy told me the tickets were, but I want to say she said it was easily over $100.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, the thing is, when I went there, it was $80 for a 3-day pass to all.
Okay.
That I thought was okay. That was all right. But
yeah.
2000, it was probably. But now to think that you're going to pay for that.
Ugh.
Think about it though. If you're going to Disney because it's a cool place, what kind? Are you still there?
Yeah,
See if you're awake.
I'm awake.
You're just really
I
quiet.
don't know if
What do you mean
when'd you go?
again?
I'm when I was in high school.
You didn't like it?
No. We got trapped in a McDonald's for like 4 hours.
That's
in
not
South Carolina.
Disney's fault.
Oh, two wires on the bus fused together. And we got stopped in South Carolina at McDonald's.
It cost Pam about $2,300 for our whole vacation, for the whole week, including our passes. We flew down. We rented a car. That's the way to do it. You don't want to you don't want to drive down there unless you live in Florida. You don't want to drive there.
Well, we actually were in a parade, in the one parade there, and my school colors were navy blue. Band uniforms are wool with a dark color.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like that either. I don't know. I love Disney, and I go again in a heartbeat because I loved it. And
I'm not saying that I didn't have a bad time down there.
I would go again because different things than before. Disney a ton. And I loved it. When I was a kid, I didn't go to that. We got, well, early in my childhood, we off at First Park a couple times. You do that today and you get arrested.
Do you have...
No. I just feel because I'm the only one of the three that's never...
We wouldn't let you in. Why? They just wouldn't let you in.
I'm the sweetest.
That's why.
I will tell you that Tiffany went. Tiffany went.
And so did Natasha.
There you go.
There you go.
What about...
I don't know if she's ever there.
Ash, we can go and have the rides, no marching band.
Okay. We'll go.
I would love to go again. But I think I'd be heartbroken because But
Mandy's never been to...
My hair red. Hey, it made you smile. That's the
other thing. I think that it's cool because they are family friendly, and all the parks. Because I was at my heaviest, and that was awesome. Walking, and then you get tired. as tired as you could ever imagine being, because all you're doing is you're on the run all day. And if you go when we, which was February, March, you don't ever have to stand in line for anything. It's beautiful. I would never go during the summer because it would be packed, and I hate crowds. But hi Gary, how you doing? Let's see. All right. So anyway, don't get stuck in her. Wait a minute. Well, what's that? Wait a minute. This says that must be another story, because that had something to do with LGBT, and that had nothing to do with being in a skyline thing.
Well, Ashley just asked Mandy if you and I could go with them because they're planning on going, and Mandy says sure. So I guess we're going.
I would consider going in my Tesla, because it would be cruise
There's
control.
plenty of room.
Yeah.
Cruise, hell, we'll use the self-driving.
That's what I mean. That's the only way to go. All right, so that's the first thing I want to talk about. Then we go on to the next one. Really bums me that my entertainment news wasn't there. Wonder if I can copy and paste that. Then it'll be quicker. There we go. Okay, so that one's what we talked about. So did you guys decide that you had stories or don't have stories?
I do.
Okay. All right. Do you want to give a story? Well,
Sure.
I guess that's where it'll be cool that we set up your individual PCs to broadcast up there too, because then we see what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to send me a link?
I gotta find mine again. I mean, I just screenshotted it, so I had it.
Oh. Well, just send me that screenshot. Do you know how to do that? It's pretty easy. I guess I gotta open my Facebook, because I don't have my Facebook open.
That's a switch.
Well, that's because of all the crashes. I blame that on the crashes. Alright, let's see. There's two messages. One I don't think I'll read out loud. Maybe I will. Alright, there it is. As soon as it comes up. There we go. Come on. Let me have it. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so explain to me, what do we got here?
Okay. Well, as most of the listeners know, I'm originally from Center County, Pennsylvania.
And we don't hold it against you.
Yeah, I know. Well, Ashley and I can now say Ashley and I are formerly from Center County. Just this past Friday, there was a Bellefonte football player. His mother had given him a pendant, and I believe the pendant was of her fingerprints. Before she died, she had passed away from cancer, and he wore that, I believe, on a necklace, like on a chain around his neck. Well, during the game, he lost it, and he was very heartbroken. And what ended up happening is both football teams and a lot of other people, they were combing the field trying to find this pendant for the man.
The other team was Central Mountain.
Central Mountain, yep. And ironically, both teams were red and white. Those were their colors.
That's cool.
And they were just checking everything and they couldn't find it. Well, here it turned out that Saturday morning there were two people there. They were combing the field with those metal detectors.
Oh, I thought you were combing field combs.
No, with metal detectors. And the pendant was found and returned to the young man.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was the whole community coming together, the football teams and everything, just looking for this small pendant because it meant so much to the football player.
Well, that's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
That right there is sportsmanship. I mean, now it says they were down here at the field Saturday and Sunday looking for it, but I thought I saw somewhere where it was found on Saturday.
Huh. All right. Did you have one or?
Yep.
Okay. And do you want to send me a link or you?
Yep, working on it.
All right. So that you know, it's nice to know that there are people out there that are willing to be cool about that kind of thing. I don't think there are a lot of people that are like that, unfortunately. But anyway.
No, I just think for something like that, I mean, it's so sentimental.
Which reminds me, this weekend, our buddy Chris
Yeah,
is having a fundraiser.
that is
The
true.
muscular dystrophy people are having a fundraiser for him. And I don't know if it's closed or open or what it is, but we're probably going to attend it. So, at least I hope I... Okay, here we go. Let's see if that's going to come up.
If that's Saturday, how are we going to do that in Rich Guzzi?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out. We'll clone ourselves.
All right, tell me about this.
This is something that I found. I thought the more you hang out with your mom, the longer she'll live, according to studies.
Oh, no.
Well, I guess we're going to find out if that's true or not. Oh, man. Oh.
And see, you were worried about me dying.
No, I'm thinking of something else. Anyway,
It says inviting grandma over for dinner may actually extend her life and increase its quality, a new study shows. So it says researchers at the University of California, San Francisco found that loneliness plays a large role in the decline so often associated with old age. The study followed 1,600 adults with an average age of 71, despite controlling for... I don't even know what that word is.
Ash, guess we better hang out with Mom more often.
Yeah, basically that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, my adopted daughter.
why not? That's cool.
I only need one more, at least.
And Goldie Hawn still looks pretty good, considering her age. So,
Hey, somebody stole your gimmick.
he's got a baby
That's true.
one. Man size one.
Yeah, that size didn't matter.
It does matter in that case. So, anyway, all right. Okay. Try to close that door. There we go. I don't remember what this was. Guess I'll find out. Oh, yeah. So, this woman, did you hear about this? She ended up, oh, this is something that I thought you'd want to know. That's not the one. Where's that? Oh, scroll. Okay. This woman ended up boarding an airplane without a boarding pass. Did you hear about this?
No.
This is pretty interesting. She was removed from the Delta flight, but she did actually get to the airport. She got into the line of getting a seat and everything. And to me, that's pretty interesting, considering all the hassle that we have about having our boarding pass and all that stuff. That this woman actually made it on the plane. Sorry, I'm trying to shut off the commercial. There we go. Made it on the plane and got removed from the plane after she already got on there. But this is kind of a big deal because, you know, we with TSA where they're, you know, checking people.
A woman without a ticket or not.
Or the ID, that's right, yeah.
She was discovered when employees asked for a ticket because she was in someone else's seat. The woman claimed other passengers describe her behavior.
She was very back of the seat. She wouldn't make eye contact with anybody. And she kept repeating the same thing over and over. And
I still can't figure out how she to get to that point. I mean,
Yeah, really.
they're like chairs, and you know, people's bodies. They're so busy with that but they totally let this girl through without a boarding pass.
That's crazy.
And actually to the flight. So they didn't even just let her through the gate. She was actually on the plane.
I mean, I've never flown yet. So I don't
What is
know,
with
but I
you
can only
people that
imagine.
you don't fly?
We live sheltered lives.
Do they have airplanes up there?
No,
Oh, okay.
they have University Park Airport, but that's it.
You probably don't even have remote-controlled airplanes up
I've
there.
never had to fly for nothing.
No, it usually costs to fly.
Yeah, I was going to say. Well, no, not if you get in there with no boarding pass.
Yeah, but she got caught. So.
Yeah, well, you don't get caught. The key is you don't get caught. That's the part you forgot.
Cussing at me and threatening me.
Not with my luck, I'll get caught.
Other passengers had to be rescreened. The flight was delayed for 3 hours.
That flight 3 hours because of one.
Oh, I'd be mad.
Oh, I would be just. But there's a lot of, of stories. Let me see where the other ones are. Okay, so I think this is the same woman. They actually got her name. Marilyn Hartman is said at Chicago O'Hare tried to, arrested for. She even looks like she would possibly. She doesn't look like she would be a problem, but she's a stowaway, and she got arrested after, being banned from entering without a boarding pass. I wonder if this is the same person, because we don't know her first name. We don't know her name from the other article. Oh, how dare you! How dare you! Don't deserve. I hate these commercials when they sneak in on you. You look like you're getting the article, and then boom, there starts the commercial. Okay, come on. She. Let me see. Do that.
How is that even right?
What?
I was just curious, so I Googled flights from Harrisburg, or from University Park to Harrisburg, and we're looking at almost $400.
Yeah.
I can drive for less than that.
That's why it's $400. But chances are it's not even a direct flight.
Yeah, these
Is
are
it?
non-stop,
Okay.
and it's round trip, but still.
Well, it's not bad for a round trip. For someone that wants to get there quickly, that's not.
It's called speeding.
Yeah, well, you're going to get there a lot quicker probably, unless you have somebody, on your flight that's not supposed to be there. So where did this article go?
I just
Okay, it
didn't
says-
think it would be that much.
Oh, well, here it says Marilyn Hartman was arrested again at O'Hare Airport Friday night and is facing charges. The 67-year-old, who's known as a serial stowaway, was found at the second checkpoint of the Terminal 1, reportedly attempting to pass through security without a boarding pass. So here's another person. I don't know if this is the same person or another person, but she's 67. You would think they don't play around. The TSA does not play around. You don't want to mess with them. It's only going to cause you more problems. So let's see if that's the same person as this one. Please don't know how. Let's see, is this the same article? Delta. Is that Delta? Let's see if they said her same name. Let's see here. A woman boarded a Delta flight out of Orlando. So this is a different person without an ID or a boarding pass. According to the police, the woman was asked to show a boarding pass when she was found. Okay, this is the same one, but it's different from the other one because the other one is O'Hare. So this is a different one. She said, says several Delta employees, including the pilot, reportedly tried to get her to leave the seat, but she wouldn't budge. She said very bluntly, "I'm not moving." The passenger whose seat was taken by another woman. The woman claimed that she had thrown out the boarding pass. Who knows where I threw it? I threw it out as I got on the plane. The woman also reportedly was unable to produce an official ID and showed a selfie instead. That's not a government ID. A selfie? see, this is me. Look. Oh man. But I don't know. These people, if I'm going to mess with somebody, it's not the TSA. The TSA has entirely too much power as it is. But yeah, they tried that. And then I had another one. Oh, serial stowaway. Okay, that's the same one as the one we talked about. That's the same one. Oh, she's, for some reason the FBI said she's not going to be charged.
Wow.
I don't know how she got away with that. That to me is just amazing, because you get arrested for the stupidest things, and that is, I would think, a federal offense. So, anyway, all right, let's see. That's the same one as the Delta woman. Wouldn't it be funny if her name was Dawn?
Delta Dawn. Yes.
This guy decided he was going to walk 351 miles for something. What was he walking for? What could he have been walking for?
To raise money on Relay for Life.
If only.
Oh.
Man walked 351 miles to have sex with a teen.
Oh.
Who turned out to be an undercover cop.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable is correct. This guy, I imagine. Okay, what happened? Come on. Come on. I want the creepy guy back. Here he is. Now look at him. He looks like a creep too.
He looks like he's mad.
Well, he probably is, because he didn't have sex. He was supposed to have sex.
No, he got caught.
That's the best part, is he got caught. But there's not anything I would walk 351 miles for. Even if I had a chance to have sex with, say, Heidi, that was in here before. I'm sorry, I wouldn't walk 351 miles to have buddy. Not horny, I guess. Not that horny. I would drive 351. I wouldn't even drive 351 miles to have sex. Do you realize how many hours 350?
At 60 miles an hour. Now wait a minute.
Oh, she's doing.
Well, let me give you a quick. Carolina is probably about that. I wouldn't drive to South Carolina.
You said how many miles?
I've got family in South
351.
Carolina, so that's different.
What's that?
I said I've got family in South Carolina, so that's different for me.
Why would you have sex with your family?
I'm not saying I'd have sex with my family. I'm just
So
saying.
351 miles, and you're going 60 miles an hour.
It's about 6 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that would be Ohio. That would be the other side of Ohio, like Indiana.
Okay. Oh.
Mandy's from Indiana. She was.
Yeah. Well,
No, we did. Cage Mike and I did a road trip from here to Indiana and back within 24 hours for a wrestling show. Yeah.
and it's 6 hours from here to the border of Indiana and Ohio. So.
That was rough.
That wasn't detour, was it?
No.
No, that was
Different trip.
That was south in Atlanta.
That was different trip.
Anyway, he walked 351 miles to have sex with a 14-year-old who actually was an undercover cop. According to the news, 32-year-old Tommy Lee Jenkins began to have sexually explicit conversations with a teen named Kylie,
Oh.
who was actually an undercover cop in
Spelled
Wisconsin.
It's spelled different? Okay, good.
Jenkins asked the teen to send him nude photographs and begged her to come to his home in Whitestown, Indiana for sex. After she refused the offer, he made a long journey to visit the teen in the town of Neenah and sent messages throughout his walk from Indiana. I just can't imagine, like, being that horny that you have to go. There's got to be.
Drugs will do that to you all the time.
I don't know. I just think that's first off, it's gross. Second off, that's a long way to go. Even if you were gonna have sex, it's a long way to go. I'd get there and I'd be all exhausted, because even if I drive that far, I would be tired. So I don't know. And third of all, 14, nope.
Nope.
14 will get you 20.
At least.
I don't know what the actual.
Ask Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah, well, that's how those Penn State people roll.
Hey!
I don't know if I'll do this article later when the computer's working right. Let's see here.
Okay, my mistake. Mandy she's not from Indiana. She lived in Indiana. She's originally from West Virginia.
Well, nobody's going to admit to living in Indiana. All right. We talked about Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen. We talked about him last week and the week before that, and a couple weeks. It's now been revealed Eddie Van Halen has throat cancer. His treatment is in Germany, and he says it started with a metal guitar pick. I don't think that's what it is. I consider the fact that he smokes like a freaking crazy guy while he's on stage. He smokes. He's one of those heavy smokers. So I would imagine that is the real reason that you have cancer, not your metal pick. So, but now we know why David Lee was saying all those things about he's done. We're not going to see any more Van Halen and all that stuff. And it's a shame because I the best of my generation. So I don't think anybody can play nearly as well as he can.
Not even Ginger Baker?
Ginger Baker doesn't play guitar.
I know that.
So, okay. This is a weird one. Mother kills 2 young boys, 9 and 3. Her 2 young boys. What we saw was evil, according to the police. Why? I mean, there's so many people that will take children. There's so many people that couldn't have children. It just sucks when we see things like that and hear stories like that. If the mother can't raise her own children, don't kill them. If she hates her children, don't kill them. Get rid of them, but don't kill them. Alabama woman's facing charges after police said that she killed her 2 young sons before attempting to take her own life. It's one of those murder-suicide things. She must not have heard my advice. With a murder-suicide, you kill yourself first, and then you kill the other people. So, I just am saddened by it. Every time I read a story like that, I think of Rebel.
Yes.
He didn't kill his kids, but he killed his kid's mother, and then he killed himself. And it just kind of sucks.
It was a big disappointment.
That's an understatement. I wish that it would have happened a different way. He should have killed himself and let the other people go. So, let's see what I got. I forget what I had in what areas here. I know we're limited on time.
Did I ever tell you about that, Ash?
What?
About Rebel?
I don't think so.
It was a year ago, the 1st of June, that he had...
Hi, Jamie.
Him and his wife were fighting, and she had put the kids to bed, put the headphones on them, like that, so that they didn't hear what was going on. And when the kids woke up next morning, both parents were dead.
He shot her, and then he shot himself.
Yep.
Oh.
And Mike and I knew Rebel really well.
Not as well as I thought I did.
No.
Wow.
So anyway,
I feel bad for the kids.
Yeah. Girl dies after being flung from a ride at a New Jersey festival.
Hey, it's not Florida.
People should have just stayed in Pennsylvania. Would have had a better chance of living. A 10-year-old girl
Wait
died.
a minute. We know the way they drive in New Jersey. Maybe that's why.
They didn't see the Burge. A 10-year-old girl died after she was thrown from a ride Saturday at the Deerfield Township Festival. I get so scared of those rides. Those rides are torn down and put up on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. And the people that do that, they're people that wanted to run away to the circus and ended up running away to the carnival. And if they don't tighten all the bolts real well, Yeah.
Actually, I know a person that I used to work with that did carnival work and did actually tore down the rides. And
Yeah.
I know
stuff.
somebody that still does.
That's what I thought of doing when I was a kid, when I was a teenager.
Chickie's daughter Willow.
Well, I don't know. I just don't think they're safe, and every time I see them, I just cringe because a lot of the times those rides aren't really well made. And then of course there's the lady that married a ride. Did you ever see that?
No.
It was an episode of the trucking show that I
Oh.
used to like. She
Ice Road Truckers?
no, not yes,
Okay.
I think. No,
Now keep
no,
in
no, no.
mind-
It was the other one. It was the one where they bid on.
Oh, yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Anyway,
Now-
she went to pick up the truck, and the woman said, "Make sure you take care of him." And she goes, "Well, I'll do what I can. I'll take this, I'll take this thing over." She said, "No, not thing. That's my husband." I'm like, what? She said, I married him. He's my husband. I'm
Now,
like,
here's the thing.
what
These rides are inspected every day.
well, apparently not very well.
They are supposed to be. Because of the fact that the more you set them up and take them down and
Right.
they wear over time, they are supposed to be inspected every single day.
Well, Mandy said here that her husband used to work for the carnival. Or work with the
Well, I blame him then, too.
No.
Why not? Got to blame somebody.
You can't blame him. He's nice. He's nice.
That doesn't matter. Nice people kill people, too.
His name's Walter. You can't blame
Oh, is it
him.
Walter?
No, not
Oh.
that one, but
No.
Like Walter.
not
Who
the
doesn't
one,
like Walter?
not the one you met
How could you
Saturday.
not? Girlfriend doesn't.
Oh, they got back together. It's
I know,
okay.
it doesn't matter. If I were him, I wouldn't have gone back to her, because he could find a nice girl somewhere.
Yeah,
Then
like
again-
me. Although he did propose to Mom.
Yeah, I was
Hey.
going to say, what are you stepping on?
With
her
your
territory?
blessing, as a matter
Yeah.
of fact. I mean, come on.
Why
You're
do you think-
willing to give me away?
Why do you think I gave him $20?
Oh.
I didn't give you away. I sold you. No, I was sold. No, wait. How did I do that? I paid to get rid of you. That didn't work out real well.
It's okay. Hey, Mom, listen. I said no. He had to marry me.
Anyway, this 10-year-old kid died after she was thrown from the ride Saturday. The girl was ejected from the ride called Extreme and suffered serious injuries. She was flown, airlifted to Cooper University Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. And the girl has not been identified, and the circumstances are still under investigation. I think it's pretty easy, the circumstances. She got flown out of the ride, and she landed on the ground and died. That's really not that difficult to figure that out. I should be an investigator.
Something.
I already am something. I already am something. Let's see here. A woman gives birth to a baby boy. Then,
Aw.
27 days later, guess what?
She does it again.
Close. Really close. Guess what? 27 days later, she has twins.
Oh, jeez.
That's what it says. Woman gives birth to baby boy. 27 days later, she has twins.
Unbelievable.
How is that possible?
I'm not a girl. I don't understand your anatomy. So, and the one looks like a hobbit. So her one baby looks like a hobbit.
Well, I remember
Or elf
reading
or
somewhere one time where a woman was pregnant with twins and they had to deliver the one baby, but not the second one, to save the one baby. Miracles, that's all I can say.
This is a 20-year-old Bangladesh was thrilled to give birth to a baby boy in
Well,
late.
right there. Bangladesh says it all.
Oh yeah, she's banging around. What do you think they do in Bangladesh? Was thrilled to give
Bangladesh?
birth to a baby boy in late February, but found herself worrying about health just 4 weeks later. Stomach pains, her back sent her back to the hospital, and doctors discovered she was still pregnant with twins, no less. They performed an emergency C-section to deliver no children. So she actually had triplets. But they aren't technically triplets because they weren't born at the same time. One was born a month earlier.
You would think. Well, never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to say it.
Well,
because
how would you? I mean, how would they do that? Because technically, the one baby's 27 days older than the others.
But I mean, I just don't see that happening. Because you would think after she gives birth to the one, the next thing out should be the placenta, but it's not.
There must have been plenty of placenta. No, I'm just saying. She was probably pregnant with triplets and didn't know
it.
Well, yeah, because she got 3 children. Yeah, but they're not technically triplets because the one was a month older than the others. Anyway,
Just have them all by C-section. That way you can go in there and make sure it's all done.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they kind of missed something there. Well, who knows how they do things in Bangladesh? That kind of scares me. Comcast announces they're going to increase internet speeds much faster.
Let's hope.
Well, I mean, technically, I think it's just this lane. I think it's just because I live in the middle of nowhere, and I don't think I think they put some cable in that maybe have some cracks in the cable, and it wiggles and does things.
It wiggles and it wobbles and it does fall down.
But according to their announcement, they announced that they'll increase internet download speeds to some of its most popular Xfinity packages. And let me see if this gives me the official article or not. Well, that's not what. It's something I did this last night. Gotta figure out where it went. Oh, here it is. The Extreme tier will increase 50% from 40 megabits to 600 or 400 megabits to 600 megabits. Blast will go from 250 to 300. Performance will go from 150 to 200. Performance from 60 to 100, and performance starter from 15 to 25. So 600 would be a good speed if I'm assuming it hasn't happened yet because I just checked to see if it did mine, and mine is still at 400. But 400 is pretty good. I mean, you know, my streaming generally is pretty good at 400. Now, I don't know how much of it is the Comcast and how much of it is the computer that crashed again today.
Right.
So, crashed twice today. So, hopefully, when I get the other system built, hi, Michelle, I'll see that go down so that we won't have those issues anymore. But, yeah, I mean, they're not charging us anymore for that, so that's good. I still may end up going to the gigabyte because now that I got my solar stuff done, I'll just bring them down here and say, okay, do what you got to do. So, we'll see. Okay, we said that. Okay, now let's go to the next big stuff.
Next big stuff.
Well, I just want to. I want to pick and choose what articles I want to do here because, like I said, we're running out of time, and I can go back to those. Let's go to these. Okay, I'll go to these. All right. We talked a little bit about charging stations last week. We talked about how Ford is basically stealing Tesla's idea for the charging stations, but I didn't really talk about charging stations per se, but one of the reasons why Tesla is doing well with EVs is that they have a network of charging stations across the country.
Right.
Everybody else that's struggling, like the smaller guys like the EVgo and all that other stuff, their issue is they're way behind the times. You know, we're talking about the superchargers that we have. You know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I'm done.
Yeah, that's true.
Whereas if you get on these other guys' charging stations, you're going to. Now, I have a level 2 charge station. It gets me about 20 miles an hour.
Well, even the
Give or
boot camp that we went to, they tell you only charge about 15 minutes.
That's what I'm
when
saying.
it's going to be the fastest.
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that I do 20 miles an hour here. That's what it does, about what it does here. But if you have a Bolt, if you have any of the other guys out there, you're going to charge a lot slower than that.
Right.
Or their fastest might be 20, but it's horrible. That's why they're not doing as well on the charging stations, on the cars, because the really key to the key to the whole electric thing is having a network to charge on. And I can charge on their network; they can't charge on my network. And to me, although I will tell you, Hershey has charging stations, a bunch of them. Guess what? I can't charge there. And you know why? Because I can't figure out how to get a card. I went on their website, and I went on their website, and there's no place on there where it says how to get a card. And how are you supposed to charge if you can't get a card?
At Chocolate World?
Yeah. I couldn't figure. It's Levitron or Leviton.
You've got connections. Let me see what.
Well, I'm not worried about it because I didn't need to charge. I just thought I wanted to have the better parking. That's the real reason. So, but that was kind of interesting. Now, EVgo is going to put 100-watt charging stations out there, but they aren't. They're not out there. And when they put them out there, they're not going to be out in the quantity that Teslas are. If you go any direction for 20 miles, you'll be into a charging station, a high-powered charging station. But EVgo doesn't have that anywhere. I mean, they have charging stations everywhere. I'm not going to say they don't have any charging stations, but they don't have any fast charging stations within 20 miles. So, see, parking's free.
It's free for first 3 hours, $15 for 0 to 3 hours.
Right, that doesn't tell you a charge.
But it says it's free.
Down here it says 4 level 2 charging stations. But
Free
it doesn't
to charge with ChargePoint card, and the first 3 hours of parking are free.
Now my card,
You don't have ChargePoint, do you?
I don't think I do. I think mine is.
That was EVgo.
I tried to charge mine. Mine's not a charge point. Mine is EVgo, and when I went to wave this in front, it said no, we're not going to take it.
So maybe you need the ChargePoint.
I guess
one.
now that I know that it's ChargePoint, see, that doesn't say anywhere on their ChargePoint, so there was no way I could figure out how to use it.
It says
It says ChargePoint card from Apple Wallet. What's this?
or use NFC on an Android. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take a closer look at that because I want to be prepared to go anywhere
Right.
and be able to park in the better parking space, and I'll pretend to charge. Hey, I just want the better parking space. Anyway, next. Do you guys have anything else, by the way, that you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. All right, next. Yeah, here's the article. It says, EV charging stations are still few and far between. The rest of us who don't drive a Model 3, for the rest of us who don't drive a Model 3. And it says here, so like I said, EV charging stations, they might be level 2. Tesla ones are level 3, which are the fast ones. So right now it says the closest fast charge or level 3 station to me is 10 miles, but that's the only 2 chargers around their particular area, and that's in LA. So LA has like, the thing is, the problem is there are more EVs in LA than any other state. LA has so many electric cars,
Right.
but they only have so many. They only have like 2 fast chargers,
So
and you have to wait in line now because there's only 2 of them. Where you go to Tesla, how many do you see in a Tesla?
yeah, quite a
8
few.
is the minimum I've seen, and we've seen what was it 20 or 18 or whatever it was D.C.
Right.
You know, we don't have to worry about that because we got lots of them.
So, okay, I'm thinking that the chargers that I have at work, they're probably the slower ones for you, aren't they?
I don't know. I've never been to yours.
Because they're not Tesla.
Yes, probably.
Okay.
They might be a level 2. And if it's a level 2, it's what I got here, which is about 20 miles an hour. So if you are driving, let's say, to the shore and back, imagine how long you'd have to sit at the shore waiting for your car to charge.
Right. No, I was just thinking because I know that they have 2 charging stations out where I work, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, those aren't Teslas.
I mean, I could still charge.
Okay.
But again, the problem is that if you're coming to see someone from, let's say your dad went to Hershey Hospital,
right,
and you came from there to see him, you would be waiting a long time to get enough charge to get back up there.
True.
Whereas with mine, you're going to be
right
okay in 15 minutes. Anyway, I just wanted to say that other electric cars is the charging. Any car, electric car, is charging. If you don't have the infrastructure to pull it off, you're going to want to be. You don't want to buy that car,
right?
Because there's no. Now, if you're only going to drive around town, it doesn't matter. But chances are, I'm driving my car everywhere. I haven't driven my Prius in ages because
that's my job.
And I'm very happy about the fact that I have this car that I can take on trips and make it. Oh, I know. Oh, that's what I wanted. I want to play the. Wait a minute. Didn't want to play this. This isn't what I was trying to play.
I actually have a question for you then.
Okay.
For your opinion on something.
All right. Well, ask me a question.
Okay. I saw this article and I sent it to Ashley earlier. And
that's a statement.
I know. Okay. This article specifically says that Pennsylvania youth football coach will fine when they did a league rule against their opponent. Now, what that means, according to the rule, prevents going up by more than 30 points. Kids Everett's age,
wimpy. These parents feel sorry for can't lose.
Well, to his team was up 30. And then his second, and then here the ball ran towards the end zone, and the coach kept trying to tell him fall down, because he knew if he scored another touchdown, the coach would be fined and stuff because it was over the 30-point spread.
What's your question?
Do you think that's fair?
No. I think that the problem with today's kids are everybody gets a trophy for participating, and no one knows. And the only way that you can get better at something is to lose. If you're that bad, you deserve to lose. I just think that it's one of those.
Even the young kids,
yes,
elementary school.
Yes, everyone needs to lose. That's why we have so many bad kids. Never learn to lose. I learned to lose at a young age. I lost all the time.
Everett's team is not having a winning season.
So?
They have lost every game that they've played so far this year, and that is because they only have 2 extra players on the bench. It's like some of these kids are playing the whole game without a break.
That's
because there's just not that. They're just not there.
Because the parent. Think about it. People my age are taught to win. We are winners. We are winners.
I heard that somewhere.
And kids that are, say, in their 20s, maybe 30s even, actually 30s, because he would be 30 now, we're taught that everybody gets to win. And everybody doesn't. Life is not that way. I'm telling you, there are winners and losers in life. And we got to learn to win and lose in life. And we got to learn to take it, and that's it. I really have a problem with everybody winning or being afraid to humiliate your opponent. If you're 30 points ahead, okay, just stop the game.
Okay.
You don't need to go anymore. If they're not going to win, just stop.
Well,
the
that's
game.
why this rule was in
But
place.
if you don't stop the game, that's fine. Then the other team should just go home. If they don't like the game, they don't like to lose, pack up your toys and go. I just think that it's stupid that we regulate this and cause somebody, like, because he had too many points, that he's going to get
fined
or whatever
and
suspended. You know, then don't hire him next year if you don't want him to be so good. If he's that good, you should be giving him money. Give him money because he made a good winning team or whatever. Give him accommodation for a good winning team. Don't penalize someone too good.
Uh-huh.
That's my opinion. You need to win. People need to lose. Lose at things.
It should be good sports.
But you're still, it's like throwing a game. You know, I used to be a really, really, really good chess player.
Okay.
I couldn't be beat at one point. I'm serious. I'm not trying to be...
I don't know.
I'm not
never
saying,
learned chess.
I'm not saying that I can do that now, because I'm 20 years.
Tiffany always beat me in chess.
I did play one game in my car because I wanted to see... I beat my... on an advanced level that is probably pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong, I was surprised that I won. But the thing is, we all have to learn to lose and be good losers and good winners. You don't go bragging and saying, "Ha ha, I beat you." You're a good winner, and you say, congratulations, or But the thing is, we don't let people win anymore. We don't. And losers aren't losers; they are second place rather. And it's okay to be second. Everybody's got to win. Everybody lose, and it doesn't matter. But you don't too good. That's, to me, just that'd be like penalizing. Who wants to, I don't know anyone that deserves to be for making too much money.
Only when they're trying essence because they're struggling.
But that's not too much money. You're not making too much money. The problem is that scale that they use doesn't take into account realistic things. It doesn't take into account that your mortgage might be $700 and their mortgage might be $500, or you might have child support to pay that's $600 a month and you're only making $900, but because you made $900, they don't take into account that stuff. But the problem is there's so many people that cheat the system that they have to be skeptical of everything. So anyway, that's my opinion. That's my opinion, not necessarily that of the anyway.
That's your story and you're sticking.
Robert Downey Jr. is in the news. Did a new movie.
Okay.
Yes, he's not Iron Man anymore. Guess what he is?
Superman!
Just about.
Batman.
Nope, just about. He's another superhero.
Never be Batman.
Here you go. He is Dr. Doolittle. Dr. Doolittle. That's what it is. I'm serious about that.
Eddie Murphy's not gonna like.
This movie looks a lot different from that. This looks like not a funny Dr. Doolittle, but a serious Doolittle.
Yeah.
Look at those animals. I'm sure they're all CGI.
Dr. Doolittle.
So I think it's more traditional Dr. Doolittle than the Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was more current. but that's just me. But then I waste on stupid things. Okay, so anyway, I want to tell you about Dr. Dolittle. I like Dr. Dolittle. And I mean, I like him in Dr. Dolittle. I thought the movie with Eddie Murphy too, but that's not the same movie. One was Riverdale. I want to talk about Riverdale. They had the first episode of Riverdale, and I bawled like a freaking baby. You know what happened, right?
No.
Okay, his father, Archie's father, died in real life.
Oh.
What's his name? He was in 90210. He was
Ian?
freaking, I don't know. I don't know what his name was. I know I'm talking about his real name. Okay, whoever's in the chat room, help me. 90210. Oh, I can't think of the guy's name. Let me see.
Okay. List of Riverdale characters.
Yeah, it's Archie's dad.
Archie.
Well, his dad. They're not going to show him because he's dead. Scroll down. As soon as I see him, I'll yell his name. Keep going, keep going. There it is. Fred Andrews is Luke Perry.
Oh,
so
okay.
when Luke Perry died this year, he's the main character. So they did an episode of the father dying. Oh man, it was a good episode. That just broke my heart because the way they did it. It was awesome. It was really, really good. He died a hero. He was a woman had her car broken down, and it was raining and everything, and everybody was driving right by. He stopped to help her. He was changing her tire, whatever it was, I don't know, and she was almost hit by a car, and he stopped. He jumped in front of her, and he got hit by the car and died. And it was someone he didn't know. It was just really well written, so I wanted to mention that I really thought that was really cool how they did that. Then let me see here. Well, they were talking about the big movies where Joker was #1 again, Addams Family, and then that was one article. But I think I'll skip that one. I want to play this for you because you will appreciate this more than most people will. This is the next Joker.
Honey, with poopery,
Nope, that's not it.
your smells go-
Yep. Gotta wait. 3, 2, 1, 0. This is the sequel. I thought you would appreciate.
16 years of it.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I gotta show you this video, and you're gonna say, "Oh no, not another one of that." Here is the Tesla.
Oh no,
P100D.
not one of them.
Taking on a Mercedes AMG 63, the new Mercedes. They're worth about the same amount of money, and this is the newest Tesla race, and I think it's great. Which means you probably know who won, but the point is,
yeah, the Mercedes.
The Mercedes. That's right, Mercedes. Wonder how she's doing. I managed her back in 2007.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Anyway, this is the video. It's two cars that are worth about the same.
From the oldest car manufacturer in the world.
So we're talking about two cars worth about the same amount of money.
From the very newest. The Tesla Model S P100D is known for being king of the drag strip, but can its ludicrous electric power stay ahead of the latest V8-powered Mercedes
Now this is
four-door coupe? But before we start,
it's a coupe.
Scientific.
Well, I have to say, I think I'm fairly confident. I know that it comes at a cost. The great thing about electric power. we set our trips to 0 and see what our range? My range, the average.
Let me skip ahead a little bit.
3 miles plus at the moment.
Okay.
That's it. Can you do this?
Now notice, our be loud.
Making a noise, isn't he? Revving his engine.
So it's a Mercedes
Now I can't.
against the Tesla.
Let's get on with it.
Right, Tiff, are you ready for this? I'm going to count down after 3. What you've got to do is say go, because there's an element of surprise for you.
1, 2, 3 rather than 3.
Okay, here we go.
You'd be confused.
Go on, go. Okay, so here 2.
Prepare for liftoff.
1.
And of course, it takes not just a lead, a commanding lead. And if you haven't ever felt the impact of the G-forces, awesome.
120.
And he never caught.
It's called ludicrous. It is.
And that's not ludicrous there. That's just ludicrous.
Just 100 yards behind in a flash. At all.
Were you not trying at all?
That thing is a rocket ship. The traction control was off, everything was great, got lots of grip, lots of traction.
Do another one. This time we're going to do a roll. So they're going 50 miles an hour at the same time, and then they're going to floor it. So from there, well,
You wait and see.
that's what we're going to do. Getting ready to do it.
There's a danger of this losing. It is
Wait, this is
because if I put it into from ludicrous maximum battery power.
oh, he's going to do it with Ludicrous Plus
We're
now.
going to be unbeatable. Unbeatable.
Jumping from that Tesla and his Mercedes, like going from minimalistic to maximum.
I'm sorry, I forgot. They're Plus mode against
Okay, let's
solidly without the Plus.
3, 2, 1, go. Wait to see them. Look at this. Look at this is so fun.
I got him with a jump start. I'm holding
It's so cool.
what, 108,
Much power
110.
that car
Catching
has.
me up as well. Catching me up. It's catching me up.
I'm getting 140. I'm still on it. You are now behind me. All right, for accelerator. Good for the big one.
That is true. The best. They're really good for the quarter mile.
And I won comfortably.
Yeah, but it's interesting that I'm back. I don't know what you were doing on that first run. I told you. It's the driver that counts.
It's the driver that counts.
You cheeky idiot.
So, Paul, after his run as well, so after what, 2.5 runs, in range down to now.
62 miles left.
It went from, the E electric.
I tried to cheat a little bit, improvise a little bit. I put it in ludicrous plus mode, and you actually, that was quite bizarre.
Yeah, trust you to try and change the driver. You're never beating the driver. I've still got 57 miles. I've only dropped about 40. This was you've dropped about 100 miles.
That stuff. You got to plan it out.
Although that predicted rate.
So now they're going to do it
50 miles.
50 miles an hour.
So that's only if you
Let's go. Let's go.
do that quickly. Over 50 miles an hour, side by side. That's got an advantage or not.
Here we go. Now these are an hour, and then they're going to kick it down.
50 miles an hour. 3, 2, go! Wow. What happened with the Mercedes? It went for kick down off the throttle.
Now the reason is,
When I was kicking
with a
down,
regular car, you have to go through gears. You don't with a Tesla. You just whatever you hit, that's where you're going.
I wasn't doing pedals, it was an automatic Sport Plus.
So anyway, on that note,
So the score's at 2-1 to the S maintains its drag race crown. Wow. Impressive for a car that's been around since 2012.
Now, I mean, that's
Real world.
what
The
happens
instant sort of delivery
with,
that P100D means it's almost untouchable.
that's what happens as long as it's a quarter mile or less.
Right.
So, okay, time to go. And I will talk to you guys next week. And I appreciate you guys listening. And we will hang out together again.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. I will... Oh, I got to figure out...
Where your off button is.
I know where that is. All right, here we go. I'll talk to you guys next week. And thank you for listening.